Hi, everyone. I am Dr. Kweli, the anti-burnout coach for high achieving professional women. So, welcome to the second episode, which is crafting your success, daily routines for enhanced well-being. I am excited to have you here. If you are here live, if you can just type live, that would be fantastic. And if you're watching on replay, if you can just type replay. Either way, welcome. Hi, Imani. Good to see you all. All right. So before we get started, I have a question for you. I just want to know a little bit about the folks who are watching. So, what is one thing you do every morning to kick off your day? If you can just type that in the comments. Hi, Nandi. All right, I see Imani says live. And what is one thing you do every morning to kick off your day? So while you're typing, I'll start. I try to begin my day with some deep breathing exercises just to kind of set a positive tone for the day. I used to hit snooze and jump up and get going. Now I try to kind of ease into my day. So I lay in the bed for a couple of minutes. I actually used to think I was not a morning person and used to hit the snooze repeatedly. But since I've started doing the things that I really enjoy, writing the book, becoming an anti-burnout coach, I don't even need an alarm a lot of mornings. I just get up and get going. But I like to ease into the day. Hi, Tara. It's good to see everyone. Hi, Anissa. And Anissa, I'm so happy that you're on here. I know that things have been very busy. I appreciate you. Imani says, I check my phone for work messages. Yikes. Okay. Hi, Alva. Good to see you. Oh, Nambi says, walking my dog. All right. Very good. Very good. So last week's Facebook Live episode was about how to spot the early signs of burnout. And during that episode, I shared a bit about my own journey with burnout. So today I won't get all into the nitty gritty. I'll just say I was an endodontist or root canal specialist for about 20 years. At one point, I owned my own practice and it was very stressful, as you can imagine. And I started to become burned out and had some actually some health issues as a result. It wasn't sustainable. I ended up closing my practice. And so now my mission is to help other professional women prevent or reverse their burnout so that they can have a fulfilling professional and personal life. So I wish I had some of the tools now that I teach my clients back then. With my clients now, we focus on things like identifying core values, scheduling dedicated me time daily. And what I think is so important, which we talked a little bit about last week, which is self-compassion, just treating themselves with kindness and giving themselves grace. So my goal is to help high achieving professional women enjoy the lives that they have worked so hard to build. Let me just check the comments here. Hi, Rhonda, my line sister. Good to see you. Hi, Mom Carson, my mom-in-law. Malik says, read devotions and scriptures and pray and meditate. Excellent. Tara says, ditto what Imani said, which is checking for work messages. Hi, Sonia. Sonia's on from Panama. Good to see you. And Knick-Knack, Dr. Aurelia, good to see you. It's been a moment. I have on one of your pieces actually right now. Okay. So last week we talked about the signs of burnout. Today, we are going to be talking about daily routines for enhanced well-being. And we'll talk about practical ways to create routines that support your priorities and nurture your well being. So, let's talk about the importance of supporting your priorities. It is so important to align your daily activities with your priorities. This alignment helps you to make sure that you're dedicating your time and energy to what truly matters to you. So, by focusing on your priorities, you can reduce those feelings of overwhelm because you're not just all over the place. And you can enhance your overall well being because you're prioritizing yourself, hopefully. And we'll talk a little bit about that. Um, so, can you all relate to feeling overwhelmed by your to do list? Hi, Keisha. Hey, Treva. Good to see you all. Anyone feeling overwhelmed by their to do list? You can just type yes, or you can type overwhelmed. I'm a little bit on a delay here, so I'll wait for a moment. Treva says yes. Keisha says yes. Imani says yes. Um, Hi, Monica. Good to see you. And Tara raised a hand to say yes. So it's very common, and Rhonda says yes, to feel overwhelmed, just because there's always a lot going on. Okay, so today we are just going to be talking about just three aspects of creating effective routines. We're going to talk about Sunday afternoon planning, morning routines, and evening routines. We'll start with the Sunday afternoon planning. And this isn't something that I've always done, but I would say probably within the past, I can never know time anymore since the pandemic. I have no sense of time, but I would say probably within the past year or two, I've started doing this on Sundays, where I will just sit down on a Sunday afternoon or sometimes Sunday evening and look at the entire week ahead. And so here's some practical steps that you can use for your Sunday planning. Look at the whole week and note any important deadlines or meetings or personal commitments. And then assign daily priorities. So instead of just kind of going willy-nilly, you're going to be looking at the week and saying, okay, what is my priority on Monday? How about Tuesday? How about Wednesday? And I know we all have a lot to do, but you want to really try to make it a maximum of three things that are the priorities of the day. And let me actually share. Okay, are you all able to see this? I know I'm on a delay, so I'm going to wait a moment. Oh, I'm looking at it. Duh, never mind. I'm looking at it on Facebook. So you all can see it. Thank you for typing yes. Okay. Hey, Brianna. Good to see you. Okay, so the priority matrix, sometimes this is called the Eisenhower matrix. And this priority matrix allows you to categorize your tasks into urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent, not important, not urgent, not important. And you don't have to use this, but I like this tool because, first of all, it's easy to create. You can just write across the top, urgent, not urgent, and on the side, important, not important. But what it does is it allows you to just kind of, instead of going willy-nilly with your to-do list of 50 things, you can actually prioritize them so that you're not just checking off random things, but you're actually focusing on the things that are important to you. So on Sunday, what you can do as you're planning for your week and planning those priorities for each day, you can write down all the tasks, all the things on the to-do list. And then you can look at this and say, okay, well, which one of these are important? So, for instance, if you had a big project at work and doing well on this project was going to determine whether or not you got a promotion, well, that goes in the important and urgent box. If your dog needs to be groomed because your dog has fleas, that is urgent because they have fleas, but not necessarily important for you to do. So you can delegate that. So, it just gives you an idea of how you can kind of categorize things. Let me just check the comments. Have you all ever seen this before? The priority matrix? Hey, Catrice. Good to see you. But it is a practical tool to use. So by using this priority matrix, you can better manage your time and reduce your stress by focusing on tasks that align with your priorities. And that is so important. Okay, so Brianna says, yep. Okay, so we're talking about on Sunday afternoon or evening planning. So the first thing we said is review the week, look for important deadlines, meetings, personal commitments. Second thing was assign daily priorities, and you can use this priority matrix to determine what the priorities are for the day. The third thing is to plan self-care. So you want to ensure that each day includes at least one self-care activity. And like we talked about last week, self-care is different for everyone. So it might be exercise or reading. It might be taking a nap, meditation, prayer, taking a walk, or doing your favorite hobby. Whatever it is that allows you to relax, refresh, and rejuvenate. And I challenge you to put at least one self-care item into that first box that says important and urgent that you're going to do first. That way, your self-care becomes one of your top priorities. So we're actually talking about this in my program called Reignite Your Life Intensive, where we are going to make the time each day to have some sort of self-care on the schedule. We are scheduling ourselves. All right. The last thing on Sunday is consider the time of day when you do your best work, and then plan your most important tasks around that time. So some people are morning people. Some people don't like to do that deep thinking work first thing in the morning. Some people like to do the creative work at a certain time. So just knowing when you do your best type of work and what, kind of how to lay that out on your schedule. Let me just check the comments here real quick. Hey, Raquel, good to see you. I see Small, good to see you. I see Catrice says, love that. Self-care. Yes. All right. Okay, so just to recap, on Sundays, take the time to plan your week, and don't just let the week happen to you. You get to decide what your week will look like based on what's important to you. So knowing your priorities helps you know what to say yes and no to. That's super important too. It's very easy when you know, like, okay, my priorities for Monday are A, B, and C. Tuesday, A, B, and C. And then someone comes along and says, hey, on Tuesday, hey, can you such and such and such? Well, no, I cannot. Because I have my own priorities, and you can say it very nicely, but don't let the week happen to you. You take control of your week. Okay. Okay. So let me remove this. All right. So now let's talk about, oops, I'm sorry. That's the wrong thing. There we go. Let's talk about your morning routine. Let me just check comments real quick. Hey, Blaze, good to see you. I owe you a phone call. Yes, Raquel, don't let your week happen to you. You're in control. You, we have more control than we think. And one of the things that we focus on in the program too is just um, really thinking about what do we want. A lot of times we're just kind of on autopilot, just doing what needs to be done. But we have some control here. We get to choose the kind of life that we want to have. So just keep that in mind. Okay, Rhonda. Nasia, good to see you. Nasia just turned 25, you guys. She just had a birthday. Happy birthday, Naj. Um, okay, let me get back to let's get back to the program. Um, so morning routines. Creating a morning routine can set a positive tone for your day. And so here are some practical practical steps for an effective morning routine. So one is what I talked about earlier. Wake up slowly. So just give yourself a few minutes to wake up gradually instead of just jumping up out of the bed when the alarm goes off. Be gentle with yourself. Just, gently begin your day. Relax. Don't go back to sleep, but just, take your time getting up in the morning. Deep breathing and stretching. So you can start your day with deep breathing exercises or a short workout of actual exercises or stretching, just to center yourself and get your blood flowing. Affirmations. This is one that I actually do. Look in the mirror and say positive affirmations. So when I'm brushing my teeth, I'll look in my eyes and say, I love you. You can also say, today is going to be a great day, whatever feels comfortable to you. A nutritious breakfast. So fuel your body with a nutritious breakfast to kickstart your metabolism and get your energy levels up. Another part of the morning routine, plan your day. So just take a few minutes. You've already planned on Sunday. If you're going to, use this stuff, you can do whatever you want. But you can review your schedule and make sure that you're prioritizing your tasks for the day. Limit screen time. So earlier when I said, what do you do first thing in the morning? Imani and Tara both mentioned checking for work messages. And I would say being on our phones first thing in the morning puts us on other people's agendas a lot of times. So if you can, and it all depends on what industry you're in, what type of job you have, but if you can, try to start your day pouring into yourself before you start pouring out to everyone else. So one of the things that tends to happen, I'll just speak for myself. If I get on the phone first thing in the morning, I'll look up and 45 minutes can be gone. So maybe, consider that. I say for myself, I try to avoid just mindlessly scrolling on my phone first thing in the morning. And then email management. Has anyone read a book called The 4-Hour Work Week? And I'm on a delay, so I'm just going to wait. Bought it and haven't read it, Raquel. Raquel, I actually bought it and I ended up listening to it on Audible. Sometimes I listen on Audible while I'm reading, but it was a good listen. It's a rather thick book, and I don't agree with a lot of the things that are in there. I try to be very gentle with myself and not very strict. But one of the things that the author said, Imani says she's never heard of it. It's actually an interesting concept. But he talks a lot about how we waste a lot of time. and it's dealing with what other people need. And one of the things that he talks about is having an autoresponder on your email that tells people that you only check your email at certain times. So I think he said he checks his email at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. So that way, if they are reaching you during a time that's not, is before 10 a.m. or before 2 p.m., then they're not expecting an immediate response. I know that this doesn't work for everyone in every job or every industry, but I thought that that's an interesting idea, if you can, to just let folks know, I will respond to you, but it'll be on my time. So that's something to consider, rather than getting right up in the morning and looking to see, like, what fire do I need to put out right now? Take that time for yourself, knowing that there's an autoresponder letting folks know, hey, I'll get to you, but it'll be at this time and this time. So, but the important thing is to not get bogged down first thing in the morning with other folks' stuff. Take care of yourself first. Okay, so that is morning routine, waking up slowly, deep breathing, stretching, or exercising, affirmations, nutritious breakfast, plan your day based on your priorities, limit screen time, avoiding mindlessly scrolling, and email management. Consider waiting to check your email until a certain time and have an autoresponder. All right, so that's the morning routine. Let's talk about the evening routine. Let me just check here real quick. Hey, Shemaine. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Lindsay. It's good to see you. Hey, Latasha. Good to see you. Brianna, they just got to wait. We have to normalize not responding immediately. Yes, ma'am. Shemaine says, LOL, no Instagram. Shemaine and I are constantly sending memes to each other. So Lindsay says, take care of yourself first is such a priority. Hi, Tiffany. Tiffany Winfrey is my dentist, you guys. And a beautiful, beautiful soul. Latasha says, hey, girl. Brianna says, I also schedule responses to send the next business day. Interesting. All right. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about, we talked about the Sunday planning, and we talked about the morning routine. Now let's talk about the evening routine. So an evening routine can help you wind down and prepare for a restful night's sleep. So here's some practical steps for an effective evening routine. So unplug. This is becoming a theme here. I am horrible with this because Shemaine and I are sending memes in the middle of the night. But a good tip is to disconnect from digital devices at least an hour before bedtime. And then another good practical thing is to just spend time reflecting on your day. So some people will meditate or pray or journal. Some people will think about journaling as this, major thing, and it really doesn't have to be. Years ago, I found out about a gratitude journal where you just have 3 lines, and every night you just would write down 3 things that you're thankful for. Even if you spend the time just to write down one thing that you're thankful for at the end of the night in a nice little notebook. Research has shown that gratitude journaling can increase happiness, but also it's kind of nice to look back on these things later and see, what you were thankful for. And it's a nice way to end your evening thinking, about something nice that happened during the day. So I used to have a specific gratitude journal. Now I just have a journal Sometimes I'll go weeks without writing anything, and then I'll write every day for 1 week. So we said unplug, reflect on the day with either journaling or meditating, um, or prayer, and then prepare for tomorrow. So you can get your clothes ready, pack your bag, and also setting your intentions for the day. And then self care. So engaging in relaxing activities like a bath or reading or gentle stretching. But you kind of want to do calm activities, focus on calming activities as you prepare to rest. So listening to soothing music or practicing mindfulness. Okay, so that was the morning and evening routines. So here's the thing. This is about just being intentional with your time. And again, it's important to ask yourself, what do I want my mornings to look like? And what do I want my evenings to look like? And then try to create a routine that supports that rather than what I did for up until a couple years ago, which is just, go, 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 and just try and get as much done as I can. But just being very intentional about your time. Now, will you always get this right? Of course not. No, stuff happens. And when it does, again, y'all know how I feel about self compassion. So when stuff doesn't work out, that's okay. We give ourselves grace, but at least you'll begin thinking about, what do I want? That's half the battle. Okay. Evening routine recap, unplugging an hour before bedtime, reflecting on your day, preparing for tomorrow, and setting your intentions for the day. And then self care and calming activities. Okay, so my question for you all is, what is one thing that you would like to include in your daily routine to enhance your well being? Let's see. Rhonda says, I also put placeholders on my work calendar to make sure I take time out for me. Excellent. Lunch or some me time. My calendar is busy for at least, my calendar is, oh, you're marking yourself off for at least a half an hour. Excellent. Monica says, okay. Triva says, I try to start the morning by listening to a devotional. Hi, Marion. Good to see you. I think Marion is in Ireland. Am I right about that? What time is it there? If that's the case, I'm just curious. It's good to see you here. Latasha says, it's prayer for me. Melanie says, gratitude journal prayer is the one I'd like to include on a more regular basis. Alba says, I'd like to add self-care daily. I'm lacking. A lot of us are. And I think the first step is just making the decision. So you decide, you know what? I'm going to make a change here. And then actually scheduling it. Because we do the things that we schedule. Melanie says, I have a hold for 12 p.m. to walk. Monica says, I want to have a consistent morning and evening routine to enhance my well-being. I love it. Okay, Marion says, hello in Ireland. And yes, 12:36 a.m. Well, bless your heart for being here, my Spelman sister. It's so wonderful to see you. I'm grateful I finally got your book. Yay! Thanks, Marion. You guys, just for those who don't know, I wrote a book about self-care, self-compassion, and self-love for Black women. It's called The Ultimate Self-Love Guide for Black Women. It's on Amazon if you're interested. Latasha says, exercise is part of my self-care routine. Okay. Thanks for sharing. So the things that you can do really can be just incremental shifts, and it can make such a big difference. It can be as simple as laying in the bed for a couple of extra minutes in the morning or taking a longer shower, doing some deep breathing or stretching, not mindlessly scrolling on your phone first thing in the morning, not answering everyone else's emails and putting out their fires before you take care of yourself. Using the priority matrix that we talked about to make decisions on what to do, what to schedule, what to delegate, and what to eliminate. And I forgot to say that on that priority matrix. I won't go back there. There was, important and urgent, and then there was like not important and not urgent. And for some of those, we need to be asking ourselves, do I really need to be doing this? If it's not important and it's not urgent, maybe it can be eliminated. So just keep that in mind. Sometimes I think we just feel good that we have a list that we're checking things off. But, the more intentional we can be about these things, the more we are taking care of what our own priorities are. So just a quick recap. I always think that I'm going to only be on here for 30 minutes and it's 7:40. This is crazy. Hope y'all are having fun. I'm having fun. So I'm going to put that up. Quick recap. Today, we talked about the importance of aligning your daily routines with your priorities and how this can nurture your well-being, and discuss practical strategies for Sunday planning and creating effective morning and evening routines. Now, there may be some ladies who are watching who are feeling stressed and exhausted and overwhelmed with all that's on your plate. As high achieving professional women, you're great at solving everyone else's problems, but you often struggle to prioritize yourself. If you're ready to turn things around so you can begin to prioritize yourself and enjoy the life that you have worked so hard to build, I have a solution. I have a program. It is called the Reignite Your Life Intensive. And we go deeper with more anti-burnout strategies. It's designed to address all of the issues that we just talked about. It is a hands-on program. This is not just a course where you listen and don't do anything. Every week we come together and we do hands-on work, and you walk away with your own tangible, customized anti-burnout plan. And you'll do this in a community of like-minded professional women. So if you're interested in learning more about the 4-week transformational Reignite Your Life intensive, please comment info, 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 and I'll reach out to you with more info or information about the program. I see some infos. Yay. Okay, I will reach out to you all. Oh, this is so exciting. I am so excited about this program, you guys. I have done a couple of one-on-ones just so that I could prepare for this first group. Anissa, one of my besties, my Spelman sister, and Shelby, one of my other besties and Spelman sister, have, kind of sat with me to go through this. So I'm so excited about this program. Again, these are the things that I wish that I had as I was experiencing burnout. And I think that these will really, really change lives. That's what I'm planning to do. So, okay. Let me just see info. Yay. I'm having fun. It's like we're chilling in the kitchen. Indeed. Info. Yay. Okay. I will reach out to all of you. I'm so excited. Raquel says info. Okay. I got you. Marion, you are a phenomenal woman. Kweli, thank you for all you're doing. Oh, thank you, Marion. Brianna says, do it, y'all. Kweli is amazing at this. Thank you, Brianna. Raquel says, thank you. Alva says, you're wonderful at this. Thank you, guys. Latasha says, info, yay. Thank you so much. Keisha says, this was great. Thanks, Quay. Monica, you are doing an amazing job and such an inspiration to me personally. I love you. I love you too. And Tiffany says, this was awesome, Quay. Anasia, so proud of you. Love this. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you so much. You all have no idea. This is so out of the box for me to, before last week, I had never done a Facebook Live. So thank you for saying that. I really appreciate it. I feel the love, I feel the support, and I appreciate it. Okay, so we're gonna sign off, and I will see you all next Wednesday at 7 p.m. And I'll reach out to all the folks who I'm sorry, I just got a text. I shouldn't be looking over there. But I will I will see you all next Wednesday at 7 p.m. And I'll reach out to everyone who said info. All right. All right, beautiful people. I'll see you next week. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.